Well, good evening, country comforters. How's it going tonight? As you can see, we're going to head do a little Italian tonight. We're going to talk of spaghetti and other things. So let's just see who we got up here already. Nobody so far. Hey, how about that? Somebody say hello. Let's see, we got 4 people watching, but we got a nobody saying hello. What's going on with that?
Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Uh, Sorry for getting everything out as late as I did. It's been a long day, long week. I took 2 days off. I'm not quite sure how that worked that way or why that worked that way. It was a little weird. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully, good. Hopefully, everybody's enjoying the long weekend. and hey, there we go. We got Sleepless. Hello, Sleepless. We got Laura. Hello, Laura. And
Hello.
CJ in the house. How you
Hi,
doing, big
Laura.
guy?
Hello,
So,
Elaine.
now, CJ, I want you to pay attention to this one tonight, buddy, because this is something you can make for your mom and dad, and it ain't hard to do, dude. You can do this one easy. Give maybe surprise them on their anniversary. Goes real nice. It's real simple. Hardest thing you're gonna have to do is chop up some vegetables. But other than that, it's all easy peasy lemon squeezy. So, but makes a very nice thick chunky sauce that you can add, and you can do it with just about any type of pasta. We prefer here the thin spaghetti. Although I was out of it this time, so I had to use regular spaghetti. It's a little more doughy. What do you say? Um, but yeah, you can use just about anything on it, and it comes out pretty darn nice. Pretty darn nice. So, what's anybody doing this weekend? Anybody got any special plans? Anything going on? I know over at CJ's place, I believe Senior Spike is cooking as we speak. Let me see if I've got that up here. So something really, really interesting going on over there. Let me see. Yeah, hang on for a second. Check this out. I'm a little jealous because it's been a minute since I got to do this, and I'm hoping maybe next weekend we'll do something a little bit different. And I'll be able to do something we haven't done for a while. But check out jealousy time here. Uh, let's see here. Whoop! Wait a minute. There we go. There we are. Yeah, Mr. Spike is cooking up some steaks out there. Look at them bad boys,
Oh,
cowboy
wow.
style. This is for those of you that aren't used to seeing this. This is over there, regular fireside chat fire. So yeah, he got himself a little rack set up there. Got a
Oh,
nice little
nice,
char
Elaine.
going. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, it's been about 2 months since I've had a steak. I'm looking at this and I'm drooling. Not fair.
So we're not going to see them for a little bit.
No, I doubt that. Either that or what we may hear is a little mum, 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 mum,
Yeah.
as they're chewing away. So, yep. Yeah. One, two. Okay, now
Hi, Doris.
sleepless. You got to explain that one to those of us that are geographically challenged with up there. What is Quintex? Or am I saying that right, babe?
Quinty X.
Quinty X.
It's the exhibition.
See again, you're talking a Canadian thing. I'm a ignorant. I'm a
It's
ignorant.
kind of like a fair.
Oh, it's fair. Okay, cool. See, there you gotta go. You just gotta kind of explain it. Hello, Doris. We have Doris before us. So yeah, for those of all that don't know, this is Sleepless is apparently going to a fair of some type tomorrow. What? Tell us a little bit more. What's it like? Key. Okay. Key X. Key X. Okay, like an expo. So up. Hey, hello, Mary. Hello,
Hi.
Miss Mary. Hello, hello.
I
Hello,
know.
my dear.
Hi, Laura. I missed it.
Gotcha. Well, we appreciate you being here, Laura. We love having you here,
I'm
regardless whether you type
sleepless.
a lot or a little. So it's an agricultural fair. Okay, now see, I'm down with that. That would be cool. Only thing, okay, so what, like a county fair, babe?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay, all right, cool. See, I'd be down that. The only thing I couldn't do is I couldn't hang out near the aminals. So I got a little problem with farm animals. They're their dander and I just do not get along. So y'all can't say, "Ooh, who else we got up here?" Dun dun dun! Look at this. Hello, Miss Beth.
I
Ta-da!
guess.
We're
I
talking.
ran
We're talking. Looks like Sleepless is heading out to like a county fair tomorrow.
okay, we got feedback. Is it me or who is it?
Don't know.
It ain't me because I ain't on your channel, so
Well,
not
see,
yet.
I got the channel open, but I've got it muted like I always do.
I've got it muted too.
No,
Yeah,
no,
so do
no.
I. I don't know what's going on. It
Uh,
happens.
it had to be us. Da, 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 da. It had to be us.
It's not me because I just went and muted it. So
No, it's cool. It seems like it's gone. So yeah, see, that's the horse. That's part of the problem is the horse polls. Y'all can't really see it. Thankfully, it's doesn't show anymore. But that's how we discovered that country is better suited to cooking meat than hanging out with meat. My parents, yeah, my parents put me on the back of a horse. Make a long story short, there was I guess you'd call it a triple A. It's a lower level horse track that was down near where we used to live in Central Virginia. They put me up on a horse that a friend of theirs had that was in the races. And I made it about three-quarters of the way around the track before I toppled off. My eyes were swelling shut. My nose was swelling shut. My throat was not doing well. And we learned two things that day. Number one, we learned that the metal ballpoint pens, I forget what they're called now, but it's not the Arrow. It's another one. Work as an emergency tracheotomy, and we also proved that a Chevy Nova can do 100 plus miles an hour on a dirt road without wiping out. As they took me back to the medical center in town, which was the closest one. Needless to say, I survived. But I've had an anaphylactic reaction to horses ever since, and don't do a whole lot better with cows and sheep and goats.
she says
Um,
they're using workhorses. They're either hack horses or
A horse is a horse.
uh,
Yeah.
no, they're not. There's several different breeds of horses.
Well, if you're going to
yeah,
be allergic, a horse is a horse.
yeah,
Right. I used to
that's true.
race horses. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it was. I don't even really remember being on it. I mean, I've got brief snippets of riding and seeing the track in front of me and the left hand railing, I guess is what you call it. But that's the most I remember. And I've had a couple of incidences since, and well, it's just one of those things. If that's the worst I got to deal with, I can live with that. So not a big deal.
I'm having a bad allergy day today because the lawn was mowed.
Oh.
Oh, that's not good.
Well, then we will not ask you to go outside, disrobe, and roll around in the yard. That would not be cool.
Mine is the rain, man. It was storming so bad. I was supposed to be on Boomers earlier to do karaoke. Well, I couldn't go on because it was storming so bad, but he stopped it anyway. He was only there 20 minutes.
Uh-oh. Well, maybe we'll have to find some karaoke and stuff you could do here. Hey, Mary's going, hell no. I ain't singing for you. I don't care.
You
Evanescence.
can't play the music over here. If you could do the music over here, it'd be different, but you can't.
Well, you can. You just have to stick to what they have here, and I doubt people know the words to the stuff that they
I'm
have
not going to
here.
sing what they have here.
Yeah, no, so, let's see here. Was Doris saying they had a bad accident, but another county, a semi blew up. Ow.
Yeah, that's never good. Hi,
No.
everyone. I know there's people out there.
Oh yeah, we got peepsicles out there. Well,
Can you
listen,
not stand Doris in her sleep with?
say
Or
what?
she can't see him. Apparently, she saw other people out there.
No, I had
Yep.
to
I
go
mean,
in
No,
another
there's
room.
we got 10. We got 10 at least that are out there, but some are talking, some are trolling, some are just kind of hanging out. So since we know they
Molly
came
says
here
hi.
to check out the food aspect, let's go ahead and we'll roll the footage. We did like I said, we did spaghetti this week.
Hi, Laura.
This is my chunky spaghetti sauce. And again, remember, guys, you can go and check the chef's channels out and do all this stuff from scratch and spend umpteen amounts of time doing everything. I don't. My goal here is to show you how you can take store bought items and combine them together to make all kinds of good foods and stuff. So it's not about it's about having good food, but not having to spend all day cooking it up. So with that being said, let me jump in here and we'll get this thing rolling and share everything out for you guys and let you take a look, and then we'll chat a little after. Hang on here. Do, 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 do. And note, I did make Misty vouch that she's editing these. She was not putting her name to any of it, but it was time that she started taking some credit for doing the editing because she's a hell of a lot better at it than I am.
Good night, Laura.
Hey, good evening,
Good
everybody.
job.
Welcome back to Country Comfort. Tonight we're going to do something a little Italiano. I'm going to do my famous spaghetti sauce. It'll be a whole meal all by itself. So, start out
Is he
with
doing it live?
we're going to set up the
No,
pan.
no.
No.
Okay.
He recorded this.
Then we're
All
going to
right.
put the hamburger
I'll
out.
shut up.
The hamburger. Throw the vegetables in. Then throw in some more vegetables. Then we'll throw in the sauce. And then we'll let it start to simmer for about an hour. Once we're done the simmering for about an hour, then we're going to go ahead and start with the noodles. Once we get the noodles done, then we get the whole thing done. So, here we go. We're going to add, for tonight, an onion. We're going to use a green pepper. We're going to use, Daddy has his favorite aloha pepper. And of course, when you do your spaghetti sauce, you also got to have the celery to go along with it. And take this and toss it up to the side because we don't need it right now. Pick
And
that up.
mushrooms for sheriff.
This is one of
Uh
them.
huh.
We're going to go ahead, chop into the little tiny pieces. We like to leave it a bigger chunk. He was not happy about that, by the way. Like this, and you're going to heat. So, that's about enough of the Italian. I know it needs work. It's sad, but hey, come on. Let's pour a little over here. A little bit of fun. This is one that we got to find a way to bump the volume up. Really, really likes.
Oh, I could turn it up on your videos if you want.
After the World War
Hey,
II.
Spike.
Yeah, I think we need to going forward. All that craziness.
Okay.
Okay. I figured we'd go ahead and do something like we'll start out same way we always do. Start off with the green peppers. Taking the fuzzy stuff out. Oh look, dog, the shoes come over. Oh yeah, that's another thing. See, these are two of the tomatoes from our garden. We're gonna go ahead and cut those up too. I'm not the big tomato cutter around here. That's another Misty thing. So we'll see how we do when we go cut that up. So right now, oh, yeah.
Yeah, our vegetable fiend.
Don't worry. But Harley is my taste tester for veggies. Believe it or not, she is an American
There's
Bulldog
gotta be chunks of veggies.
with an
Oh
omnivore.
yeah.
Oh yes. Yeah, in fact, the tomatoes, the two tomatoes there cut up very nicely. The chunks were a good addition. I think we're going to have to do that going forward more often. Sits in the kitchen waiting for little things to drop so she can get hers. So, here we go. This is what we're doing with the green pepper. 1, 2, you cut 3 and a 4. You turn around and put it over
I
here.
hate to say it, Jason, but you don't sound Italian.
No.
No, I tried. Well, you should you should hear me trying to do a country Italian blend.
Oh, hell.
It just it just doesn't work. It's a kind of sad. Not quite even. You know what? It's gonna be fun. Fun to this is with pieces and parts.
You got overlapping.
All of these things they go well together, but what to do is to turn it up. There is difference. Yeah, there are some things I use the little chopper for with for cutting up vegetables, but this much better when you do slightly larger pieces.
Share them out, people. You can put them on my page on Facebook too if y'all want to.
Oh,
If you
crap.
haven't already.
I forgot to do that.
And this one too, I think, is probably one of my more balanced meals. One pot meals.
Well, I'll tell you what I think after you're done. After we're done. I don't. I like what you're doing. Don't get me wrong. Just saying. Is that Hawaiian pepper?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the aloha.
Aloha pepper. I'm gonna have to try it. I'm the only one that eats peppers,
It's really nice.
and I can't get no. You know, they just yeah. I'll tell you after you're done.
Yep. If you look at the side laying down there, you'll see the pulp on the inside is thicker than what the green pepper is. It's also a sweeter pepper than the green pepper is.
I like bell pepper myself, but
Oh yeah, that's yeah, but nothing wrong with them. Nothing wrong with them.
I like them all as long as they're not hot.
Hmm.
I like them stuffed. I bet that one there would be good stuffed.
Funny you should mention that. That is one of the future videos. Is I plan on doing stuffed peppers.
Good.
I just have to get Mama real happy because she's not an overall huge fan of stuffed peppers.
Well, it just depends on how they're made. I'm not a rice person, so I put oatmeal in my meat instead of the rice.
Hmm.
I'm just not a rice person. I've never have been.
I usually do use rice, but I guess we could try it with oatmeal. I don't see why not.
I do oatmeal or breadcrumb, either one. Just like you do meatloaf.
Hmm.
Usually oatmeal though for stuffed peppers though.
It's a
Yeah, I
thought.
use rice.
Yeah, a lot of people do, and I'm not a rice eater. Now I'll make a Spanish rice homemade that I really like, but it just depends on how rice is made and if I have the want for it.
And for anybody where we're not, because we're talking over this a little bit, I'm gonna release the video after the live tonight.
Sorry,
So
all of you.
Oh no, you're fine.
it's kind of quiet. So when I release the video, you can crank up the volume and listen to my terrible country Italiano.
I'm watching this thinking he needs my vegetable knife. So you can just chop, 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 and it's done.
No, no. There will be no more chop, 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 and it's done. See the red knife there. Red knife and I taught each other a lesson. We have a healthy
That's
respect.
why he's so careful with it, Beth.
Yeah.
I was fixing to say he probably chopped that finger a few times, and he said he ain't doing that no more.
Actually, not the finger, the thumb.
Oh wow,
I
yeah.
Oh
took the
boy.
I took the tip of my thumb off.
Oh,
Not completely, but it took
I peel potatoes
stitches.
with the butcher knife.
Yeah, it took stitches and a lot of healing. And yeah, let me tell you, there's nothing quite as painful as getting a lidocaine shot underneath your thumbnail.
It takes skill to do that. Peel potatoes with the butcher knife.
Yeah.
yeah, you can tell he never had a baby.
I was taught how to do that.
Well, I have a knife that's made for that. It's rounded at the end, so you can just like roll it and chop, but you gotta hold it differently than that.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't care for them. I'd rather use what he's using right there.
Nope, not me.
But to tell you the truth, I don't use none of that. I use a chopper.
Well, you can do that too. The reason I don't do the chopper with this, you'll see as the sauce cooks up. I use the chopper with
It
a lot of
does, yeah.
things. Yeah, but this it's just I don't know. It's Mama loves the chunky.
Well, when they're in sauce like that, the sauce cooks up the vegetable because it's all water based. So what it does, it makes it mushy. So you have to watch or the vegetables will cook up to nothing.
Oh yeah, no, I never
So
let
I
them go
get what
like
you're
that.
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
yep,
with the chopper that chops it finer than that,
yep.
so that's where that comes in at. Not trying to take over your show, I'm just saying.
No, you're good.
I've just done a lot of cooking.
So have I. That's why I like using the special knife because you
I
put
got
the four fingers on top, and
I
then
got a huge family.
you know what I mean.
Yep.
Yep. I know what you're saying, yeah.
It goes so
And
much
and
quicker.
everybody's different, you know.
And that was the onion chopped up. By the way, I just decided to use what I had in the fridge as opposed to chopping another one up.
I don't blame you. You use white onion, huh? I
I
use
do
sweet onion.
I do right now. Usually I use a sweet onion, but last time I went to the grocery store, they did not have any sweet onion.
Really.
Um, yeah,
And if
so
they
and
did, it would have been super expensive.
actually, it's not been that bad. The problem that
I
we've run
wouldn't say.
into
I found the
is
prices have all been about the same.
they've well, it depends. Certain things have gone up. Meats are way up in this
Well, I
area.
don't mean that. I mean the onions. The prices of the onions are close to the same price of each one. Different color onion. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Different onions and prices are the same. But yeah, meats have went way up, and a lot of stuff. Everything's went up.
We've been eating a whole different way just because of prices.
Oh well, we have too. A lot different.
A lot more hamburger.
Yeah, which is not good for us. But yeah,
Well, chicken's been okay too, except you get tired of hamburger and chicken all
get
the time.
tired of chicken all the time and hamburger all the time.
Uh,
Yeah, I want a pork roast, but man, they ain't been on sale. Not like they usually are.
yeah, guys, note the tomato pieces are really big pieces because the tomato cooks down very
Yeah.
easily in the sauce.
Yeah, it cooks down a lot.
Well, it all does, but yeah, tomato really does.
New view for everybody. We call this the frying pan view. The hamburger here, and it's the all trustworthy 80/20.
Hi, Chris.
Raw pieces.
I'm gonna dump that right on there. That's 2.5 pounds, by the way.
That's electric skillet.
It is. We use the heck out of this. This is skillet number 6 in this house. We have killed 4 of them. There's another one that's smaller, that's ceramic, but this is a big one that's oh god, babe, what's the size on this? What, 11 by 17?
I think I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna get me a little one to use with my mini fridge. I'll tell you all about that later.
Yeah, we use
Squeeze
a lot of
garlic.
the fresh garlic.
Yeah, that was a squeezed garlic, wasn't it? Fresh garlic.
Yes, it is.
We're going to also add a few spices here. So, number one,
Ow.
what I'm doing, beef.
Sorry about
Add a
that.
little
What you beef bouillon you use that? You use
Yep.
beef bouillon with it? Okay.
Yep.
less flavor.
Brings out the beef flavor.
Got something that have the beef flavor too. Add Italian seasoning. There's that. Back and forth.
And surprise.
Then here's a secret.
Uh-huh.
Also add pizza seasoning. Why? Because it actually.
I don't like strong oregano. I like oregano,
And
but I like it as
yummy.
I like it in moderation.
Mama doesn't know because she doesn't watch, but
I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
Am I the only one doing
Say what?
Am I the only one talking like I can hear myself?
Just
Yeah,
add,
well-
there we go, some pepper.
Well, I'm gonna jump down and jump back in. See if that helps.
Assistant trudging
Let me
around.
check my settings.
Okay.
Start breaking it up one. Yeah, this is the 80-20, so there's going to be some grease. And people are like, don't you drain the grease off? No, actually I don't. Because it adds to the flavor. And as chunky as the sauce is, believe it or not, it's kind of cool to have the extra moisture.
Now say I go all out and then make meatballs.
Well, and you can do that. You can do that if you notice here. I didn't break the beef up into even pieces. There's some that's a little bigger, some that's a little smaller.
Then stir it around.
And that's one of the cool things is you have different textures, different sizes.
Sauce.
Yeah.
That's the way we like it around here. Just
Different
like it.
colors.
I don't like it. So there's nothing to it. I don't like it where it's just kind of.
It has to be pleasing to the eye before it's pleasing to anything else.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Some substance to it.
I've had
Yeah,
some stuff
because your eyes are part of what builds your appetite.
yeah, but I've had some stuff that didn't exactly look great, but it turned out
I'll
pretty
be
darn
right
good.
back. Okay, and we're back. So, excuse me. We're going to add 1 can of petite diced Italian flavored tomatoes, 1 can of onion and roasted garlic diced tomatoes. Just adds to the flavor of things, varies things up a little bit. And we're going to add some mushrooms.
Yay, mushrooms.
Uh-huh.
Discuss without it now. You can if you don't carefully.
I can hear Sheriff cussing me out right now.
It's entirely up to you. Just a matter of taste.
Yeah, I have one of those too, Doris.
Always leave the tops attached a little bit and push them back in. You're in a house that's got dogs or small kids. It's a good idea to leave it set so when you push them back in, it keeps everything together, keeps popping out where kids or animals can get hurt. This last one, we're going to do the manual way. Not everything. Speed, ease of use of the pop top, but you know, hey, So we like those sometimes. Well, that is
Jace,
now
Mary's
Yes.
back.
is the
Say what?
Mary's back.
Everybody's going making it from scratch, right? Nope. Sorry. I prefer the ragu chunky garden sauce. Dump that in. Don't want to waste any.
And Ricky's in too.
Over here, you got
There we
Sorry.
go.
Hi,
That's okay.
Ricky. Sorry,
Hi,
hon.
Ricky.
Oh.
that last little bit in. Mix that out. What do here is stir that.
Oh.
All mixed down.
Yeah, mushrooms used to be a staple in our house.
They still are. They're just not as regular a staple.
Add it into the mix up there a little bit. There's also a little bit of liquid.
You look like you got a sunburn, Richard.
No. Mushroom can, you never get it all out perfectly. Sausage. Basically, as this cooks.
Oh,
I use Classico. I don't use Frank likes Prego, but I don't like Prego.
Potatoes from the garden in there.
you're evil, Richard.
I found the ragu is goes really well with the extra vegetables in it, especially Mama's chunky garden sauce. Although
Am I double talking now?
To run her down.
No.
Is it better?
It's
I don't know
better.
what the deal was.
Yeah. All right. Now, that's where the magic comes in.
Do you guys have the Classico spaghetti sauce there?
we have Classico.
Life.
I found, like I said, the personal preference. The ragu seems to be more what we gravitate towards.
Yeah. Have you tried it though?
I have.
I like the Italian sausage,
An hour.
Yeah.
So
pepper, and onion.
give it a stir every few minutes. Yeah, probably every 10 minutes or so. And then once she's close to being ready, come
Yeah, you
back
gotta
and
look
we'll
at the
start up with the spaghetti.
Yep.
And
I let it
that's about
simmer for about an hour.
All right, guys, here you go. And this is
what noodles do you use? I mean, not name brand, but what, like
Mostly-
thin or vermicelli?
Mostly we do thin spaghetti here. I didn't have any thin spaghetti because it's been hard to find in the grocery stores lately. So I just had to use regular spaghetti.
I either use vermicelli or egg
sauce.
Life is complimenting you on the sauce, Jason.
And the reason
Thank you.
why
Condiment to put on.
I use that is because stomach, it's not as hard on my stomach.
One mistake, and that is I thought I had 2 boxes of a spaghetti. I only got a 1, so we're only going to make a little bit of spaghetti tonight instead of a
Doris,
whole
there's oregano in it.
enough to deal with
Oh,
this
yeah.
for the meal. But
It's in
But it's like a
pizza
double
mix.
box, isn't it?
dealing with that much
Yeah, it's
sauce
2-pound
and
box.
Want some leftovers for lunches for the next day. You want to overdo it just a hair so that you've got some
Yeah, the
extra.
Italian seasoning has everything in it.
Everything.
Doris, it's in the Italian seasoning and the pizza seasoning already.
On
So
there.
you don't want to overdo it.
And we'll get the spaghetti going in the pot. This one I got to be a little careful on. So my tripod here. One leg of it.
Yeah, I got a couple big pots like that.
Start to warm
About
up.
3 of them, actually.
And I like to take, just for flavor's sake,
So
I'm not a huge
Mom.
fan of the iodine,
Yeah.
ionized salt.
you're gonna hate me even more.
What?
It works.
Nicole had pulled
But
pork with
the
sweet
noodles,
potatoes and
I
mac and
actually
cheese.
prefer kosher salt.
Uh-huh.
What with is
Not fair.
some
I haven't
pieces,
eaten yet.
crystals that are a little bit bigger than we normally have, but shake a good
The
amount.
catfish was melt in your mouth.
Nice.
It was just like, oh.
half of it. I don't want
As good as I make
to
it?
drop down in the
Almost.
have it pop out in some oil and
Smart.
Jason, do you add a little oil to your water?
salt in there.
You can.
Always add
I
salt
didn't
in
this time.
beforehand. Number one, it helps season and flavor your noodles
I put salt and just a little oil to keep the noodles thicker.
from sticking when they get down in there.
Yep.
So this
Believe it or not, salt will do the same
Well,
thing.
I know. I said I had salt and a little oil.
noodles here. Now, there's a bunch of schools of thought on the noodles. Some people will tell you that you leave them whole. Some people tell you break them in half. If you're looking for a Lady in the Tramp kind of thing where you start half the plate down your throat before you get done, yeah, you can leave the noodles whole. Me personally, in our family, we happen to prefer them broken in half, so it makes it a little bit easier to get individual forkfuls. Sorry, I'm caught in my throat tonight for some reason. So I didn't sleep as well as I thought I did after the show. Whoop. Not quite ready to go yet, but you know what? It's close enough. So as long as you got some bubbling down at the bottom, you can
I
really
know, right? Sleepless. I'm with you on that.
until your water is boiling.
It's making me want spaghetti again.
As long as you stir it around,
Frank makes good spaghetti.
and come back and stir it around a little bit here and there.
Good night, Elaine. Enjoy your movie.
Get yourself a nice big handful.
Night.
Break it apart. One rolling that way.
Doris, you made it in only oil, or you added oil to your water?
Don't like waiting until it's boiling.
Why would you fry spaghetti?
I like my spaghetti
I
boiled.
don't. That's what I'm asking. I'm trying making sure we clarify that.
You can bake spaghetti too. So
True, we can, but she said she used oil since she found out she was cooking it wrong.
Also,
I'm
helps
like, okay.
pounder. You might do enough spaghetti.
I don't think I've tried deep fried spaghetti, but I guess we could try just about anything once.
And not just leftover sauce. Although leftover sauce is cool. You can do all kinds of stuff with that. You gotta
Somebody makes deep fried spaghetti balls. I can't remember. It was some kind of fair I was at.
Elbow pasta or elbow macaroni. Sorry.
I got in trouble by an Italian boyfriend for snapping the spaghetti in half.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Snap mine in half, always. You can add oil to it. The Italians that taught my mom how to make sausage, they used oil in their water and salt too, like we do.
Italian baked casserole. Yeah, Italian baked casserole. They're pretty slick. One of the things I like is
She said you break your pasta, tisk. She says.
fish
Shake your head at it.
meals.
Well, the other thing it
have
works
to.
real well with is when you've got kids.
Right.
When you've got kids, it's a lot easier for a kid to use and work with a half-length noodle. And I've seen people that have even broken it down, into thirds or into fourths.
Jake and
I cut mine up, so I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
I mean, it's personal preference.
My own, not in the pan, but I mean,
Yeah.
I chop my own up.
noise. All right. Garlic toast is pretty straightforward.
But I only break it in half.
I prefer the cheesy ones, but it's kind of harder to find the cheesy ones right now. So
I like
I
the
agree with
cold.
you
I
on
like
that.
the crusty part of it. Yeah.
That's the other thing that's fallen by the wayside is trying to get a hold of the cheesy garlic bread. Can't find it.
We had it last night.
You can
There
find
is-
the Texas toast ones, but
Yeah, but not
good luck
not
finding
the
the
loaf
roll.
ones. Yeah.
Have you tried their Coles and cheesy garlic bread sticks? They're good.
get everything timed so you're not sitting there with
They'd be a lot better if they had some garlic put over the top of them. But they're really good. I found them.
And we have black bean pasta.
Strainer.
Ooh.
Oh.
It doesn't look good, but tastes good.
Get them frozen. Sometimes they don't like to come apart. I like to go ahead and get a knife in here. So that's working this side this time.
Doors.
Sides up.
Cracks me up.
Here they will sit until we get the thing for the oven. Go ahead and get that started. So, okay, here's a little life hack while we're
Don't hack your wife.
No. Check this out.
Spaghetti's starting to lip up now. Be cooked. You want to keep stirring that every so often, so that you don't end up with it clumping together. Clump together spaghetti sucks.
Yep.
You can go, hey, find a clump, but you know, the kids won't mind. But
Now it's hard myself again.
now, you notice we're starting to get some foam built up there. Not much right now. There's a little bit that starts to build up. You also notice I got a cup of ice water here. What I do with this is, as it builds up, you'll have some people say that to keep from a
That's how
pot
I
from
always
boiling
end up,
over,
Doris.
you put a wooden spoon across the top like so. You know what? I've had pots that boiled over when I did that. So what I found is much better. And we're going to deliberately let this go for a minute so you can kind of see it as it starts to heap up here. If it's going to start to heap up here, I may have turned it down enough where it won't really do that. But as the foam starts to heap up towards the top, what you do is you drop a little bit, not a lot, a little bit.
Oh, 20 minutes? No, that's overcooked.
That down to the boiling will resume fairly shortly, and start the foaming back up. Okay, so we're going to get some foaming here. And I'll show you. And it doesn't hurt the cooking of the noodles. It doesn't mess with anything, but it's a real quick and easy way to stop.
Once it starts boiling, it takes like 10 minutes.
Running around in the kitchen
10 to
doing
12.
3 or 4 things at once. You need to. You got your
Depends on how thick the noodles are.
You're watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thin spaghetti is only about 7.
See, all that stuff goes away. Now I've got some on the inside here. You can really see it's turned down.
Well, it's supposed to be all day, so.
Doesn't stop the boil. But once you stop, you stopped.
And that's your anti-boil over life hack.
Foam.
No.
Say what?
No.
Yeah.
And when it starts up again, it starts to mound up again. Just drop another little bit in. That's a simple little hack. It's an easy thing. Don't drink from the cup unless you're only making the spaghetti for yourself. That would be kind of rude and nasty.
All right.
But give you a little bit of an idea for a simple little life hack to keep your pot from boiling on over. Oh, here we go.
Jason, did you see what
I'm
Spike
going to turn
said?
the bread just a hair. But what we're going to do is I'll show you how we.
Jay.
Hmm.
Spike sent you a photo for later.
Okay.
Anything. There's different ways you can do stuff. Our house, what we prefer to do is
Yeah, I only cook
sauce
egg
all
noodles
together.
for like maybe 6 minutes.
Earthquake drill. Look.
Earthquake drill. Earthquake drill.
Almost sent Cameron Allpoint.
Side by side, so I make as little of a mess as possible. I'm gonna like it on that mess.
Well, I cooked mine less if I was going to bake it
Sausage
after a
kinda
while
separated.
afterwards.
That happens. No big
You
deal.
chuck your nuts? What did you say?
Start back to
She cooks it less time if she's going to bake it.
I thought you said she chucks her nuts. Not going what?
Oh, God, no.
Oh, Beth.
Lordy, howdy, mercy.
That sounds good too, Doris.
Go put it all together.
Putting bourbon in their sauce.
You can do that.
Oh,
Actually,
You can do that, yeah, or wine.
Wine.
With me,
actually, yep, little bit of red wine goes real well in.
but
And another one, if you want to add a little sharpness to your sauce, a little bit of vodka.
Vodka.
Yep.
Vodka. Yeah, I knew what you was gonna say.
sauce with all that goodness.
Steam coming off of that is crazy.
You can tell I cooked a little bit.
I don't know, call it a hallmark moment. Call it Rockefeller, or whatever the heck that guy's name was that used to do the.
We do the same thing. We put sauce on it, mix it up, and we save some to put on top of
What's
it.
good about
Well, see,
incorporating
yeah,
it.
see, and the neat thing with that is when you put some sauce in and mix it around, it coats the noodles, so that also helps
Right.
keep the noodles from sticking together.
Helps
Yep.
stick them together. Okay, you have to pardon me there, folks.
Do you rinse your? I got a question. Do you rinse your noodles after you cook them
How's over? So we're gonna
in
wrap
warm
this.
water or hot water
It,
to
it
rinse the
it
starch
depends
off?
if
I
they're
have.
going to sit there. If they're going to sit there for a minute, yes.
The
If
sauce
in
Right.
this case, like I did with the spaghetti, where
Leave a little
the
bit
sauce
for a
is all
topper,
cooked and everything's ready to
and
go,
then
no,
we're
I
going
don't.
to no, go over here and here. Dun, 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 is ouch, garlic bread just came out the oven. So you can see that's all set to go. So we are ready to rock and roll. Next thing I will show you everything plated on up. All right, gang, there it is, all piled up, plated up. So that's
That's good.
ready with the garlic bread. Not too tough, not too like I said. There's a little bit of pre-work for it, prep work.
It fills you up fast, but it don't stay with you.
Hour and
I
20
don't
minutes.
feel like it stays with you.
I like to add the Parmesan oregano or
Romano.
Romano cheese, not just the straight Parmesan. To me, it just is a little bit more tasty that way. So that's it. Spaghetti with the garlic bread. Have a good evening. Enjoy manja manja.
That looks so good.
Hmm.
That's good stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what, that will fill you up, stick to your ribs. All right, now I'm getting the thing. What did Mr. Spike send me here? So,
Just a
oh,
little
you
Probably
heads up.
his steak he made tonight.
you dirty rat. All right,
Right?
Just a
this
little
is
heads up about spaghetti and me. Because of my tomato allergy, I can't have the sauce mixed in with the spaghetti because I, I mostly take veggies and get a little of the flavor of the tomato.
you can do that. What I'm actually, Beth, what I'm looking at, and this might be an interesting thing to test with you. Is we're dehydrating some tomatoes.
So I'm
Um,
going to be a guinea pig again. Okay.
well, yeah, of course, a little bit. It's just because we love you. But we're dehydrating them to the point where I'll be able to powder them up in a mortar and pestle, and then I'm going to add a couple of different things in with it. We've got Sue's put up some oregano and some basil. What else? What else do we have, hon? Was it thyme?
I got lots of time.
You're muted, babe.
I think so, but if she's allergic to tomatoes, she still couldn't have it.
You don't think even if
No,
it's dehydrated?
No.
it's still
Ah,
tomato.
It's not going to take away from what she's allergic to.
grr. Well, usually, like with alcohol, you leave the taste, but you cook everything else away. So that was kind of one of my thoughts. Anyhow,
Well, I don't know what part I'm allergic to, so.
gotcha. Well, that's legit. That's legit. Yeah, Mister Mister Spike had something to share with us here. Dirty rotten scoundrel.
Well, that's just not right because I
No,
can't even chew steak.
no. I haven't had steak in the better side of 2 months.
I haven't
So
had it in years.
yeah. So Take note. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Next weekend, hopefully, if everything turns out right, will be a live demo on the grill. So we'll see how that goes. So, and hopefully it'll be with some nice big thick 2 inch thick ribeyes because I promised Mama a special treat. So, oh, and yeah, here's one more. For those of you wondering what we were talking about when we were talking about Misty's summer savory, this is what the summer savory looks like. Spice when you get it from the Spice Islands, folks. That's what we were getting until we found the dime bags from
The dime bags of
another
what?
guy. Well, that's they look like dime bags of pot. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm quite sure they got irradiated once or twice or thrice at the border before they came over. So yeah, so Spike, you got me on that one, dude. I gotta gotta give you credit for that one. So anyhow, yeah, spaghetti you can do. There's so many different ways of doing spaghetti. You can do as Beth was saying with meatballs. Some folks do just the sauce itself. Some folks will do the sauce with just browned hamburger. You can brown up uh, Italian sausage with
I
it.
use the link sauce, Italian sauce that I have cooked
Yep,
it.
you can do that.
That's when I make the sauce homemade though.
Yep, you can do that. I had a friend who talking about using the link Italian sausage, had it frozen, and thawed it just enough where he could cut it down into medallions. Cut it down into medallions, threw it into the pan, and browned
Yeah, you
that
can do
up.
it that way. Yeah.
Yep, browned that up, and then added his sauce. And that was the way he used to do it. So, geez, there's so many different ways, and even the pasta. You can use pen. You can use. You want to be crazy? You can use rotini. You can use what's the flat pasta?
Fettuccine.
Fettuccine.
Lasagna
Thank
noodle.
you. Yeah, you can use fettuccine. You can use whatever. All of it works. It's just a matter of what you want to do. So, and yeah, that's. Oh, no, chili spaghetti would be an interesting one.
Shells or elbow or
Yep. Now, it's interesting you say that, Doris. It's. I guess some people would call my chili a chili mac because I do put it over pasta. In general, I do like using elbow macaroni with it. Raditor. I swear to God, I'm gonna have to get it online and get it shipped here because I've not found it in the stores anywhere. Um, it's kind of like wagon wheel, but a little bit different. But you can do pastas and sauces are so easy to do. As long as you add a little bit of veggie in with it. Another thing you can add in with that, if you want to go even more veggie, is you take a handful of spinach and chop the spinach up and stick it, toss it down in there as well. That works just as easily
Yep.
and just as well with everything. I've done that a couple times. So that'll give you extra. You can always use fresh parsley. Chop that up, fresh.
You can put in
Hi
summer
Todd.
squash, zucchini.
Yeah, pretty much whatever you want.
Yeah.
Hello, Todd. Yeah, there's all kinds of different stuff you can do with that. Um, and again, it's not something that has to be something that takes a lot of prep work or a whole lot of time to do. And if you combine a number of the different uh, ingredients with it, you can come up with a really decent, healthy one pot meal. Now, a lot of folks will say, the pasta is a lot of carbs and everything else. Yeah, I get that, and that's fine. You want to reduce down on the carbs. You can do wheat pasta. That works too.
Yep.
We've done that once. I will have to say that this household is not as big a fan of wheat pasta, but it works, and I'm sure it would work for certain things. Um, there's also veggie pasta that they make out there
Yep.
That's
that
actually really good.
that you can use.
Yeah, it's spinach, carrot, and something else. I
Yeah,
forgot what it is now.
yeah. Now I'll say this. Y'all can call me crazy. One of the things I like to do is I like to play around with dips. This is not healthy in any way, shape, or form. But I'm gonna tell you what: if you want a comfort snack, this is a great one. The pizza pockets they make, little pizza bites. I've tried the pepperoni, I've tried the cheese, I've tried the three meat, I've tried the combo. Doesn't matter which one. There's one thing that's missing out of every one of those, and it's cheese. There's never enough cheese in it. Now, here's the fun part. You can throw sprinkled cheese over top of it and melt it on it, and that's one thing. Hey, corn pop, sorry, and Todd, I'm sorry. I thought I got you. I may not have if I missed you. Um, this is a little wacky, but I will cook up a plate of the pizza pockets, and I'll open up one of the jars of the Totino's cheese dip that you dip chips into. And if you take about 3 tablespoons out and pop it into a small bowl, just like a little finger bowl, that's enough to dip your pizza pockets down into the cheese, and you actually get cheese with your pizza pockets. Again, not the most healthiest snack in the world, but I'm gonna tell you what, when you're sitting there and you can't figure out what the hell you want to eat, it really kind of works because you get meat, you get the pasta, well, not the pasta, but you get the meat, you get the breads, you get a little bit of the veggie, in the sauce and everything. But I'm gonna tell you what, that cheese sauce really kind of works. It's cool. So not something for everybody, not a healthy thing, um, you know, but it is the comfort food, and that's what we're here for. It's comfort food, also healthy food, but it's we talk about all kinds of different recipes and possibilities and things. And if you don't get down, you do this every time I get on. You wait until I'm talking live to everybody, and then you got to pop up and be needy. Stop. Honey, would you like to come let Tweedledee and Tweedledum out?
I can do that.
Thank you.
God,
Why
I
you
don't
guys
like
do that?
wheat pasta either.
Yeah, and again, it's,
I do.
mm. And spaghetti and garlic, it's kind of funny you mentioned that, Doris. My son's go-to is any type of pasta that you could cook up. And he adds butter to it, and then he does the powdered garlic or the granulated garlic. So he'll sit and shake that out over top of it with just butter and pasta, and he absolutely loves that. That was kind of his go-to thing until we introduced him
I've
to.
made that for a side dish before, actually.
Yep. You can do that with. You can also do it with pesto sauce, and it works real well. Like I said, that was Nicholas's go-to thing until we introduced him to seafood pasta salad, and that kind of blew everything else away. So every year for his birthday, once he moved in with us, it was seafood pasta salad. Had to have it. Had to have it. Yeah. Uh huh. Somebody else. Yeah. There he is, waving at the bottom. Somebody else got spoiled on seafood pasta salad, and that's a whole thing. When I know that Nicholas is going to be up here, and we can finally get you guys to meet him. Whether or not I can get him to go live,
I've never tried pesto.
Oh, that's good.
Ricky, you try and describe it.
Um, it's kind of hard to describe, really. It's
It
one of
is.
those that you kind of have to taste it to understand. But if it's done bad, it's bad.
Yeah.
There's no way to save it. But if it's done good, like done two direction, done correctly. Oh, oh, it's
Yeah.
so good.
That's why when I'm doing with the pesto sauces, I'll take the little small jar and shake it out over top of the spaghetti, swirl it around, shake a little more out, swirl it around, because I can't. That's kind of like doing the. Hell, I wish Sheriff was here. He'd remember it. It's the one that Gordon Ramsay kills everybody on when he's doing Hell's Kitchen. The risotto. That's it.
Oh, risotto. Yeah,
I
that's not
Well, if
easy.
can't.
I ever meet you, Todd, you can make it for me, okay?
I can't cook risotto to save my life.
It's
Cannot
really
cook it
hard.
to save my life. And the funny damn thing is, we had Sheriff up here, and what was it, the second week he was up here, I challenged him, and he sat out there. God love him. He sat out there stirring it, working it, and by God, he made risotto. He made mushroom risotto for us, and it was really good. And I tell you what, that's one of the things I will. Hands up! I'll wear the silver bracelets for, because that's not one I can do. Not at all. No way, Jose. So, um,
I've never tried it, but I know you got to have the heat just right, and you got to stay with
yep, you got to stay with it. You got to stir
it.
with it. You got to move it, and which is kind of funny because I'm one of those guys that when I cook food, I don't like to just set it and walk away. I have to be fussing with it, and it's just the way I cook. I have to. They say a watched pot never boils. Bullshit. Um, it'll boil over on you. Trust me. But I, I can't. I've burned enough stuff in my time learning how to cook. I just can't leave things. You got to move it around, and I've found that when you do that, you learn. You get a feel for when things are done and when they're ready to go, and that's it. Yeah, it's almost a constant stir, Todd.
Give me a
Exactly.
second.
I can't see it being any more difficult than uh, tapioca pudding, though, because you got to keep at that also.
Yeah, see, this is the funny thing. I can make tapioca pudding. I can do that. That one I can do. I just, for whatever reason, I miss something with the risotto. I goof it up. So I wouldn't make the first week in Hell's Kitchen. Of course, then again, I'm not schooled as a chef either. And I'm not looking to be the fastest chopper. Prepping up for 50,000 people. We've talked about the possibility of opening a small cafe type takeout place up here. Because it's kind of funny where we live. You can't get delivery up here. It doesn't happen. You have to drive down to the end of the road that's the main road into the entire mountain community here, and sit in the parking lot across from the community center while the delivery guys come up from town. So you're driving a third of the way to meet them, and that's the only way. And not everybody does it. Not every place in town will deliver like that. So it's really, we got a lot of people up here that drive 1 to 2 hours each way going into work. And that's the trade-off for up here. The trade-off up here is housing's affordable. It's a beautiful place. It's quiet. Well, other than the ATVs running around, but that happens. But you have cleaner air. You don't have the sounds and the flurry of the city. You don't have the air traffic noise overhead. It's really beautiful and it's quiet. But the trade-off is you can't do delivery, and and you're going to have to travel farther to go to work. So with that being said, you've got people that are driving an hour to 2 hours each way, working 8 to 9 hours, and then driving home. Well, hell, by the time you get home, and start to cook, you gotta anywhere from a half an hour to an hour cooking. You're eating late anyhow. It's time to put the kids to bed. You get very little time with anybody because you're back and forth dashing, cooking, and everything else. And by the time you get all that done, man, you're tired. You're ready to go to bed. Tomorrow, rinse, lather, repeat. So, we kicked the idea around about opening a little place up here where people could
And if you
could
had a just a regular like a trailer type kitchen that you could set somewhere and just do takeout and delivery out of that,
yeah.
you'd probably make a killing up there on that mountain.
Well, we could. There's three factors to that. Number one, neither Mister or I has got enough stamina right now to be doing
Right.
something like that. Maybe once she's got everything set, we go to Small Business Administration and see if they'll start something up in her name. Because God, for sure, they're not going to do it in my name. I'm the poster child for sorry, you're in the mainstream. We don't do things for you. I tried that before when I ran a landscaping business. They told me if I was African American and cleaning buildings, they had money for me. But as me doing landscaping, no. So um,
I
Wow.
always wanted a restaurant.
yeah,
But
well, and
I never did it. I could
that's
have. I had the offer to do it.
that's the thing. Is I think from the cooking aspect of it, I'd have a blast with it. But to run everything. So anyhow, that's one. Two is there's already a family up here that runs a restaurant all the way up at the top of the mountain, and it's been here forever. And God love them. We want them to be able to make a living and survive. And I don't want to take anything away from them. So
Right.
the fire
I get
department
that.
here, does a volunteer thing um, to try and help raise money for themselves because it's a volunteer fire department. So they do, this the same thing that you were talking about, the trailer aspect of it. About 4 or 5 times a year with pizza and subs and other stuff. And it, I don't say it creates bad blood, but there's always a little friction with that. Um, and number three is the health department up here is a pain in the butt. And I don't want to have to be dealing with them. I had
Right.
thought at one point, about doing they've got this lady up here. She retired, but she used to do these pepperoni rolls, and it's dough where she would roll it up with pepperoni and a little pizza sauce and mozzarella, and she'd roll it up and bake it, and then bring it around. And they're not terribly cheap for what they are, but they were good. And I always thought, hey, we could do something like that. Mama likes to bake, and when she gets to baking, she doesn't bake in small quantities. She bakes in restaurant size quantities, and Ricky can attest to that. He's seen it. Um,
I've eaten it.
you've eaten it. That's true. So we thought about that. The problem is we've got three dogs. They don't jump up on the counter. They don't go sniffing around or messing with stuff on the counter. They sit very patiently waiting for things to drop, which happens. Um, Sometimes they don't even get to the floor before they get them. But you can't have dogs in your kitchen. And I'm sorry,
Right.
the house that we have here, I got nowhere to put up a commercial kitchen where I'm gonna, not have the dogs or anything. And you
Right.
know what? I'm sorry, the dogs are a part of life. Most families around here, most families that I'm talking to on this have pets, and we work around those every day, and the pets know by and large not to get up and mess with mom or dad or the kids cooking, and that's another thing, guys, is really, if you're careful. Now I wouldn't do this with little kids, but you can show a teenager how to make the spaghetti that we did tonight, and that's a fantastic thing. CJ was on earlier. I don't know if he's still with us or not. But CJ's Chris and Amanda's son, and I challenged him. I said, "Hey, dude, make this for your mom and dad for their anniversary. Surprise them. Give them something a little sweet."
Yeah.
I would. Nicholas actually cooked for us, what, a couple times, didn't he? Didn't he, babe? Yeah. And once he did
I
make spaghetti, it wasn't quite the same, but it was his version of it.
and I cooked for you guys a couple times as well.
You did indeed. And that's the thing is you have to teach your kids as part of growing up to be an adult and taking care of themselves. You can't rely on takeout all the time. I mean, you got to teach them how to cook. And it's something that used to be such a big thing because the kitchen was the center of the house. You know,
I wish someone would have told my mother that.
yeah. Well,
She she hated cooking, and it showed.
see,
Like
I,
Nicole and I
I,
didn't want to cook today, which
yeah,
is
and
why
it's
we
and
had
that's
what
the
we did.
thing. That's the thing is it's a choice. It's a choice. And Doris, it's kind of funny. I did cater. I did cater once to my sister's bachelorette party. And it was all above board before you all go, oh, bachelorette party. No, there were no strippers. Thank God.
Boring.
That would have been awkward. Um, but no, that I catered to it. As for some of you, you've seen if you watch the opening video that I have, you'll see the little owl cupcakes. Did those for it. I did a jerked pulled chicken um, pasta salad. And Misty did pulled pork barbecue on both of them on Hawaiian bread buns, little buns, kind of like sliders. It was all finger food stuff that the girls could go after. So, and Doris, I'd love to have you come over and um, whether you went to school or not. Would love to have you come over. We'd love to have any of y'all come over and cook with you or cook for you. Doesn't matter. Um,
I agree, Todd.
that's a big part of what we like doing, and that's part of it. Todd is that's the thing, is kids look at a stove, they know it's a stove, they know it's a stove top, they don't know how to do it, and that's part of why I do these. The and some people will disagree with the way I'm putting the videos out there. A lot of I've looked at the recipe sites just like anybody else, and a lot of people will say you don't post up the recipe. You don't. No, I don't, because the recipes can vary. I show you one way of doing it, and I actually do it with you in shorts and save all the babble in between. While we're sitting twiddling our thumbs for waiting for stuff to cook. But the kids don't have any experience with, for example, I guarantee you go to a school and you ask, you hold up a wok and you ask a whole class of students, if they could identify what it was and how to cook with it. I guarantee you, out of a 25 kid class, you'll get maybe 5 kids that know it's a wok and maybe 3 that know how to cook with it. That's terrible. That's
Yeah,
horrible.
Richard said
Yeah.
too.
In
So
in my class, I was the only one that knew how to cook with it. But two of us recognized what it was.
yeah,
Yeah, but you've been cooking since you were like knee high to a grasshopper, Richard.
I taught my kids how to cook so they'd survive life.
yep. And that's the thing. That's what you have to do. When Nicholas moved in with us up here, we spent a lot of time teaching him different vegetables. Now he doesn't like them all. He's very particular in what he wants to eat, and that's fine. People have their
You'd be
their
surprised
particulars.
how they don't teach their kids, though.
Yeah, well, and that's
I,
that's the thing. That's part of why I'm doing this. That's part of why I'm up here. Plus give people a chance to get together, type out to each other. Mix, mingle, pop up on here if they want to pop up on here.
Yeah.
Once
Tell
once I
different ways of doing stuff.
yeah. Once
Well,
I
to me, part of the pleasure is experimenting.
yeah
I hated having to teach myself to cook because it was just me, myself, and I.
yep
Yeah.
I had no one to share that with
yep
because my
Oh
mother
Jesus
hated
Christ!
cooking.
and that's the
And
thing.
then when I did it my way, she yelled at me. Well, didn't you ever like my cooking? You're doing it totally different than I do it. Well, Ma, to be honest.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Now, now to Beth's point, and I'll share a little story. Um, ladies and gentlemen, especially you guys listening to this, um, if your girlfriend slash fiance slash wife is cooking and is cooking a meal that your mother also cooks,
Do not compare the two.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, it's kind of like that statement that your wife makes when she's trying on a new pair of
And
jeans
he
or
gets you
something,
put on the
and
couch.
she
Is
turns to
my
you
butt big?
and yes, and asks you if that makes her butt look big. Guys, anybody who's been married for longer than 30 seconds knows that's that's a trap. That's a trap. There is no way out of that one. The only thing you can do is become a deaf mute. Okay, that's your saving grace. Okay,
No, you
is you
can.
become
No,
you
no,
become
Jason.
Forrest Gump
No,
without
Jason. You can say something like "It's beautiful as ever," or
you can do it. You can do that.
you
But
know what?
Beth, I'm gonna tell you what, and I'm gonna ask the ladies here because I'm gonna tell you what, guys. Here's the thing: if y'all haven't figured it out, the women are smarter than we are. Okay, yeah, the women got us by at least 30 IQ points. Period. End of topic. Now, to that point, okay, yeah, Beth, you're right. You can say, yes, it does. Every time you do that, the woman's going to look at you, scrutinize you, and go, you're lying. Or worse yet, they'll look at you and go, mm-hmm.
I just go, sure, okay.
About what though? Anything?
No, whether the outfit they've got on makes them look fat.
Oh, oh
Yeah, Beth's
God.
Beth's sitting there going, yeah, you can say they look fantastic and everything, uh-huh. And Misty muted because she's back there either laughing or sitting there going, I'm later.
Well, Misty's like I am, and I'm sure Beth is too. We kind of know if you're lying or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Again,
Your face is a tell-all.
again, guys, as I explained, the women are smarter than we are.
And I hate to tell you, doing the silent, not acknowledging it,
That is
is
answering.
even
Not,
worse.
not all women know though.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
it may be worse, but at least you're not incriminating yourself. That's the
Uh,
whole thing.
at least you can honestly say you didn't lie.
Exactly.
I have a mean poker face.
You know what? Not
I
Yeah,
bet
long,
I,
I was
I
gonna say,
bet I could break through it.
not long ago, I was out walking up the front steps ahead of Glenn, and out of the blue he goes, "Your ass is cute as ever." And I turned around and I went, "What do you want?"
Beth, that was ill-timed.
I swear to God, I turned around and said to him, "What do you want?"
Uh-huh.
Oh no, I just
You're
I'll
lucky they
sit
didn't
still.
tell you.
Uh, I'll sit still watching Mama work around the kitchen and just ask her to drop something again.
Okay, but the best part
Especially,
was he
especially when
says,
she got
"I
short
want
thought.
you to turn around so I can see that again." And they're
Hmm.
like, "Oh, you got me."
I think that's a standard guy phrase. I really do. Just a little. Yeah.
Hey, I like your butt, and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny.
I'm gonna take the fifth on this conversation.
Uh-huh.
No,
Uh,
you notice Ricky's got his head down because he knows where this has gone before.
I'm on my phone.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
But yes, I plead the
so,
fifth.
uh-huh.
But I can say I started teaching my kids at a young age to cook.
You
As,
Yeah.
have to.
as soon as they were able to hand things to me to help, and it was fun for them.
And it's great
Yep.
because once in a while, after they know, you might actually get a cooked meal that you didn't have to do.
And I got a lot of them.
Yep. And here's one, ladies. Here's one of the important parts with that. If you teach your kids how to do breakfast, you might wake up to breakfast in bed that's not burned to the bejesus belt
Before my
on
son moved out, yep,
on
every
Mother's
day.
Day. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
My son made me breakfast every day.
here was kind of one of the cool introductions to it, and it's low dollar, and it's very easy. If they screw up, it's so easy to just move past it and keep on going. And that's pancakes, boys and girls. Pancakes.
Yeah.
You can get you don't have to measure everything out and mix it all up with a hand mixer, or a whisk, like when I was a kid. You can actually buy it where it's pre-made, and all you got to do is add milk or water to it,
Oh
and have it
no,
go.
no, no,
I
no,
like to make
No,
them
no,
no.
hold
homemade.
on, hold on, hold on. I'm not advocating that. I'm saying you can do it that way. I'll
Yeah.
tell you. I'll tell you right here, right now. We have this wonderful thing in the house here. I like my pancakes thinner, not crepe thin, but
Mhm.
thinner. Misty, on the other hand,
So do I.
makes makes these things called pancakes. I make pan
Yeah,
I
She
make
likes them
pancakes.
fluffy.
I make pancakes. She makes pancakes.
and I don't like
Uh-huh.
them thick. I like them
Hers
thin.
hers are anywhere from a half an inch or thicker. Once you get them going. Now, here's the cool thing: they'll suck up butter, they'll suck up syrup, and they're absolutely wonderful. But I can only do two of them,
Right?
and I feel like a weenie only being able to do two of them when I'm used to being able to do a stack of 4 to 6 of mine.
And don't ever, ever give me scrambled eggs out of a carton.
Oh no,
Oh God.
no, 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 no.
The only time I bust the carton out like that is if I haven't had time to do prep
I
and
don't
I'm
even
going
buy
camping.
that.
And I'm
Yep,
going camping.
yep.
Tell them
Now,
about my omelets that I make, Chase.
oh,
Why are you
no,
shaking your head, Richard?
See,
no.
no,
What we're
Don't
gonna
even
nobody.
get started on that
we're
because you
not.
See,
We're,
know
yeah.
my
Glenn,
omelets.
Glenn doesn't know how to make omelets. Neighbor doesn't want to learn how to cook. So I got to make my own omelets.
Um, how would I put it to you this way? I made mom an omelet back when we were up in Canada that had mushroom, onion, green pepper, cheese, and
Oh,
ham
yeah.
in it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
bacon.
Okay. And bacon. And it took 8 eggs to make it.
Oh, my
And the
goodness.
friggin' thing was like this for the
Mhm.
plate and that thick.
Wow.
Yep,
Yeah, I ended up eating a quarter of it and then eating the rest of it another time.
She took it to work with her.
yep, yep. So that's another one we'll have to. Speaking, since we're getting into eggs, I have to whip up a couple of quiches
Oh,
one of
my
these times.
goodness.
Oh yeah,
I made that once since I've been here. And I was the only one that was really eating it. It's like, I'm not going through all that just
seriously. Oh
for
no, no,
me.
no, 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 no. Quiche's wonderful. I do one with bacon, cheddar, and broccoli. You can do another one with bacon and onion.
Yeah, I made 3 different types.
Yep,
Figured I'm going to please everybody.
yep,
I only pleased myself.
yep. Well,
That's
the
one thing I freely admit I cannot make as a quiche.
yep. And my favorite of them, believe it or not, my favorite of them is the one that's with brown sausage. Like you brown hamburger, but it's brown breakfast sausage,
Hmm.
maple version because I like flavor, and then
Okay.
chopped up spinach. Those ones.
I can't read that. Read it,
Common
Richard. I
sense.
can't read it.
Scent is like deodorant. The people who need it most never use it.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
That's true. I like Mary's statement there. Pancakes gums up in your stomach if they're too thick.
I'd actually prefer French toast over pancakes, though.
Yep, I was going to say
They
that.
do, really. I'm serious. They really do. You ever? It's like it lays heavy on you or something.
Oh,
Hmm.
Mary, most of the food
Yeah.
we make here lays heavy on you. I tell you what, we'll do something thinning one time. I'll chop up a salad.
That's why it's called comfort food because you can't move, so you gotta get comfortable.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Todd and
Um,
we was talking. We was talking one night on panel, I think it was, and Todd makes French toast just like I do.
Yeah,
We,
you do
we
the
make it the same way.
couple 3 or 4 eggs, a little bit of milk, whisk it up together, and then you dip your toast back and forth in it and drop it straight into the pan. Now,
No, 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 no.
Oh
That's
no
what I
no
do.
no 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 no! You gotta put
I
vanilla
I
in it.
use this is what I do.
You
I
gotta
take
put
I take
vanilla
eggs.
in it.
I put a teaspoon of vanilla in it. I put cinnamon in it. I
Yes.
put just a dab of sugar in it and milk and egg, and I whisk that all up, and then you dip the bread in.
Yeah. Without the vanilla or the cinnamon, it's not true French toast.
Right.
So
oh,
I've got a food joke for you.
No
uh-oh.
boy.
If you boil a funny bone, does it become laughing stock?
Uh,
Now
Oh
y'all can't tell
God.
me that's humorous.
Oh,
oh,
bad.
It is kind of
God.
funny for a
It
cooking
is.
joke. Yeah.
Yep.
That was a dad joke.
Hmm.
Of course.
Food
Now,
related
You
dad joke.
like your French toast with country gravy? Really?
now see, I like doing biscuits and gravy. I'll
Oh
whip up
yeah.
some. I'll whip up some biscuits and gravy in the morning, along with some corned beef hash that's got
I
onions.
like to have breakfast for supper.
Mama does that too on
Yeah,
occasion.
we do
Yep.
that every
So
once
I'll
in a
do
while.
I'll do a can of corned beef hash with a diced up onion, diced up jalapeno, and a little of garlic.
Oh, I know what you can get us for Christmas, Jace.
What's that?
A waffle maker.
We could do that.
We
Waffles
uh
are good too.
we made enough waffles in our waffle maker that we had for like 2.5 years.
You killed it.
It died.
We can do that. Yeah. Now, Todd, here's the thing. Since we brought it up, I'm going to step back here. Hey, Amethyst, I'm going to step back here and tell you we have somebody here who makes one hell of a breakfast for dinner, and I'm going to let her explain it.
What?
What? Yeah, just threw you under the bus.
Uh-huh. I usually do either fried or scrambled eggs, whichever way they want it, and however they want it, sunny side up, hard over, whatever. I do up bacon, and I do pancakes, and I'll do diced potato with onion type stuff, like the hash browns.
Potatoes O'Brien. Yep.
Potatoes
Yeah,
O'Brien. Yeah.
yeah, and I serve that up.
Tell
My
them about.
attitude is if they walk away hungry, that's their fault.
Yep. Tell them
This is
about your.
what I make for breakfast at night.
Tell them your
I'll
breakfast
make
sandwiches.
I'll make sausage gravy. I'll make biscuit,
Hmm.
and I make fried potatoes with onion. Sometimes I leave the onion out. Depends on who's there to eat it, because my sons won't eat it with onion in it.
No, it has to have onion.
And what else do I make? I'll make bacon, and I'll make eggs however they want it. And I have made pancakes with that, but some people, because my kids were like, they'd eat the pancakes and the eggs and the bacon, and they would leave out the biscuit gravy. But my youngest son loves biscuits and gravy now.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Yeah,
mean,
I
he
should have had like a
he
house
eats it
full
all
of 12
day.
kids.
Say again, babe.
I should have had a house full of like 12 kids because the amount of food I cook at one time is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I never, well, like I said, when I said I have a big family, we always had, when my mom and her sisters were living, we spent a lot of our time together as a group family.
Yeah,
So when I learned to cook for more than just 2 or 3 people. We learned to cook for like 12 people,
yeah,
or
Yes.
15, because we was always together. Like even during the week, we would have supper together a lot.
yeah. I learned to
And
cook at my grandmother's, and it was the same thing. Everybody converged at the house at mealtime.
and then when it got down to just a couple of people in the house, like 2 or 3, like it is now, it would be really hard for me to cook
Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't
on
it's
taste the
totally
same.
one.
I've
It
al-
takes a minute to figure it out.
it's
I've
totally
always
it's
cooked
totally
that
different.
way, and what I do is whatever's left, I freeze.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
for the nights I
Yeah.
don't feel like cooking,
That's
Well, we've started doing that. Like we started freezing our what we can freeze leftovers because, and we have it a different night because, you know, if Frank's the same way when he fixes something, he fixes too much too. But
yeah, Todd. It's not
that's just the
just
way
my
it is.
family. I used to make homemade animal food too, like dog food and that,
mhm,
and then freeze it and give it to them.
yep. Well, we had to in the beginning. Pasha, our oldest and our first rescue, who's kind of on her last legs now. Um, Pasha is a Chow Sheltie, and it seems that the thing she got from the Sheltie, besides the face, is the Sheltie's delicate digestion.
yes, I had a
Um,
Sheltie.
so when we first got her, and she would get worked up because she was really nervous. She's agoraphobic. She doesn't like loud noises. When she get really worked up, it would mess with her. And instead of cleaning up messes, Misty would make some of her homemade chicken and rice meals and put it in a little freezer baggie, and that's what we would feed her. When Blade came along, our second rescue, he had been he'd been chained out by the people who had owned him before with one of those inverted spike collars and starved. Um,
Ah,
this was one of those dogs. He's a Malamute, was a Malamute Chow, and should have been close to 100 pounds at full growth and full weight. Um, Both he and Pasha were older dogs when we got him. Pasha not quite as much as Blade, and Blade when we got him was just under 60 pounds. Um, had atrophy in his back legs. He was a special needs. Um,
yes.
but when he would get himself to barking, trying to play around with Pasha, he would end up bleeding from his throat where they had. And never mind. So we did a lot of the homemade soft chicken and rice with him as well, and it got both of them fattened up and helped with Pasha's digestion. And also when they would get sick from time to time, because dogs are just like humans,
Yeah.
every
Hmm.
so often they'll go out and they'll munch on something in the backyard that they think is grass and is not quite as good for their digestive system. Or they'll crunch a little mouse or something else. We won't go there.
Quite
Um,
often for my Sheltie, Jasmine, I would have to make up broth and rice
yeah,
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 until she settled down and I could give her food again.
yep, yep. And that's
yeah,
the
I did that a lot.
yeah, and that's the thing is you learn, um, and you adapt as needed for your family situation.
Yep.
Well,
Um,
look at it this way, Todd. With you cooking large amounts, you have plenty of leftovers to last you through the week.
yep,
Yeah,
and it's true. And
Or
the
he
and
can
Yeah.
freeze it. You can
and
freeze
yep,
it.
and the freezing works. Now there's there's always forever been these been Tupperware and the Ziploc ones and whatnot. I'm gonna tell you what. There's a new thing that's out there that we got. God, what, babe? 3-4 years ago.
yeah, the bentos.
Yeah, little bento boxes, kind of like with the Chinese places. When
Yeah,
you
I
go to
know
some
what
of the
those
Chinese
are.
places, the base is black and the top is translucent. Well, they're selling these as packages now, and they're fairly cheap, but they're also perfectly sized for those lunch boxes that you throw one of the freezies in, and perfect meal size, whether you're doing a salad or leftovers or whatever. So we'll take all kinds of leftovers and stick them in the bento box after they've been in the fridge for 3 4 days. If it's still something we want to keep around, and it's still good.
And for a salad, you can put the dressing in different compartments so everything doesn't get soggy.
Yeah.
If you get one of the compartmentalized ones,
Yeah.
what we did, Beth, was actually we found in Walmart of all places these collapsible little dressing containers, and they're rubber. You pop the top off of them, turn them upside down, squeeze the bottom like you would a little pipetta, and there's just enough dressing in there for a
Oh,
salad.
Hmm.
And those are really cool. You pop those in, and as long as you click the top shut all the way, they won't leak. If you don't click the top shut all the way, when you go to open your lunch, you will have a surprise.
yeah. Actually,
Oh,
I used to
so
bring salad to work a lot because there was a refrigerator, and you know the Tupperware, the midgets,
Mhm.
the little teeny cups with covers that
Yep,
really stay on. Exact right amount of dressing.
yep. Yeah, you can find it if you're going to use one of the little ones. If it doesn't have a snap-on lid where you can tell it's snapping on good and tight, I recommend you use one of the screw-on lids, because the
Yeah,
ones a lot of this Tupperware with the little lids and the smaller ones doesn't fit right and it won't stay closed properly. So yeah, just make sure when you're getting them, if that's what you're going to do with them and put dressing in them, that it's either one that where the top snaps top, where you really got to kind of push at it to get it pop back off. You can even get the ones that are kind of like the dishwashing soap, where you push the top down and then you got to pop it back open to
yeah.
those will work too. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to open it up and find ranch everywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
I think
never
we've
want to
had that
find
happen.
ranch.
yeah. Well, and the ranch may not be for everybody. Some people like Thousand Island on something other than a Big Mac. Um,
I like raspberry vinaigrette.
okay, that works. Yeah, you can do
That's what
that.
I really
Yep,
like,
yep.
and that's what likes me. So I sort of have to go with it.
Yeah, I've gotten hooked here recently on the salad kits that they sell. They have a Southwest Ranch one that's really good. It's got some spice to it. You can take and dice up a jalapeno and add it into it, which is real good. You can actually shred pepper jack cheese and add that over top of it. That kind of enhances the flavor. One of the things I found is you take a little ranch and you mix it up with a little Frank's or some of the other. Don't do it with Tabasco. Sorry, I'm not a Tabasco fan, but any of the other hot sauces like the Cholula sauce. It's not really hot. There's a little bit of a bite to it, especially if you dump a lot on there, but it
You
adds
keep all
flavor to
that hot
stuff.
sauce. I like some of it, but man, some of
Yeah.
it's ugh.
Well, Tabasco. Yeah. See, Tabasco, I don't care for because all you get is the heat and the vinegar flavor, and to me, all right, that's okay if you're doing like Kansas City style barbecue.
Yeah,
Um,
my tummy doesn't like heat at all.
oh, I love heat. I absolutely love heat. Love it, love it, love it. In fact, Misty has fussed at me on more than one occasion. Leave it alone and try it before you add that crap to it.
Uh huh.
See, and if you could see her face right now, she get that.
Yep.
I mean, like when I'm cooking, I go light on like salt and pepper. If you want more, you can add it. I
Yeah.
add more than
Exactly.
mine,
Yep,
but not everybody else is going to want it that way.
yep. And hun, what's the other thing that drives you nuts that I add?
Garlic salt.
Oh no, not garlic salt.
Oh yeah.
Powder, powder, powder.
Oh
Oh, the
yeah.
salt's too
No.
salty.
Little bit of garlic salt goes a long way.
No, no.
Yes. Yes. Now it's not for everybody. Not everybody likes it. It's kind of like the you know pepper salt, lemon pepper salt. You know.
Well, I'm not saying I don't use it. I do use garlic salt, but
I
I
don't.
use it sparingly.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't even use table salt. I use sea salt. So,
Well, yeah, and see that's there you go into a whole nother thing. Yeah, the powder works too, Todd. I've got the Himalayan pink sea salt. I've got sea salt. We've got kosher salt. We've got the iodinized salt. Am I missing one, babe?
My
Oh,
pickling salt, but that doesn't count for cooking
no,
necessarily. And
no, the garlic salt. So there's all kinds of salts you can use and experiment with, and that's one of the cool things about
Some of it's way stronger than the other.
exactly. But
Hmm.
here's
I refuse to buy anything that has salt mixed into it.
okay, and that's fair. That's absolutely fair. Some people are more sensitive to it.
I like salt
I
myself, but
I remember my grandfather. Now, grant you, this is a gentleman who had a number of heart attacks and had other heart issues. I remember my grandfather grumping to no end when he sprinkled what he thought was salt over his hard boiled egg that he had in the morning with his half of a grapefruit, and that was his breakfast. I remember him fussing when he tasted it and he went, "Some things not right." And my grandmother announced that it was salt substitute.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he bitched about that kind of like I bitch about turkey bacon.
well, there is. It tastes like salt substitute leaves a taste in your mouth. It's like a
It's a
metallic.
chemical.
It does. It's different. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like I said. It's like to me, it's like turkey bacon.
so I get it.
I can't eat turkey bacon. Turkey bacon is not bacon.
I'd rather go without salt than
It's
eat the salt
it's
substitute.
turkey jerky.
yeah,
I'm sorry. you
well, it's
know,
like me. I can't have sugar substitutes because it gives me migraines.
yeah,
Sugar substitutes are bad for everybody, though.
yeah. Well, hey, look at it this way: when they dig me up 200 years from now, and they look at this, they're gonna go, "Oh shit, he was on that chemical diet."
Right? You'll be preserved.
I'll look as ugly then as I do now.
No, 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 no.
Actually, I have a couple of interesting things planned for my service.
I agree
If
with that, Todd.
if
There's
I
only a
can find
couple
the
of
right
reasons I
people,
use the
actually,
stuff in it.
Ricky, you and I are going to have a talk because I don't think anybody else will pull them off.
What?
So, well, Mom and I were talking not too long ago about we're going to make our wills out and everything, and then we were talking about having the what kind of service or anything we wanted, and I decided there was a couple of things I wanted to have done. One is I want to have a little handle on the side of the casket, and I want to have it hooked up to a little motor. So right in the middle of the
Oh,
service,
no.
the handle starts turning, and you hear,
And
and
you
then
pop out.
have the
Oh
top have
Lord.
the top pop open and have me pop up.
That would not be pleasant.
That could be arranged.
Do you realize how many
Oh
other people
Lord.
we would be burying?
I'd be one of them.
Right?
Even though I'm into paranormal, I'd still be one of them.
Right?
Excellent.
I've seen a lot, but that happens, I'm really going to be shocked.
Oh, I've got a couple of three different ideas. So
Yeah,
that's
he's got a really warped sense of humor, guys.
I mean,
that's
like,
that's one of them.
if you have a recording inside the coffin, you set a timer, and all of a sudden it says, "I'll be back." Okay.
No,
Oh, jeez.
Or
Okay.
help! Let me out!
Have
no,
you
no, no.
seen the
Let me
one?
out!
Have you seen the YouTube video where the guy dies and he has a message at the graveside that it's
Yes.
played off out of his coffin of him talking to everybody,
Mhm.
Yep.
and it is funny as hell. I
Yeah.
mean, it's sad, but it's funny.
Well, the other one I figured is, you know how you have people that come by the coffin to, kind of pay their last respects at you, is to have a recording set up to go off at odd times of farts.
You know what I'd want? I'd want after if I was buried in the ground, I'd want something at my graveyard and my gravesite that went off every time you went past it, and the guy say something to you. Don't step on me, or walk
Uh
around
huh.
me. I'm right here. Can't you see me?
Oh, that would be messed up.
Yeah.
You gotta
Well,
admit that
bury
would scare the beheebie-jeebies out of somebody,
bury the speaker in the gravestone.
right? That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Put it
That
in
way
there.
you
Put
can't
it in
see it.
there where they can't see it, and or you could always make it look like a picture on the gravestone, and it be a speaker
It
and
would
a
have
motion
to be
That's
solar
detector.
powered,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. See, my other one was to have a casting done of my ass,
Oh
Oh Lord,
no.
and you have your headstone up there, and then about halfway down the grave, you
his
have,
butt be sticking up out of the ground, so everybody kiss your ass on the way by.
there you go.
either that
Yeah,
or a place to park their bike.
the cemeteries won't let you do that though because of maintenance, lawn
Yeah.
maintenance.
Right.
Oh, I'm quite sure you can find one that'll do it.
Or you could put a sign up that says a place to park your bike.
You were just
But
messed up right there,
kickstand
Carl.
here.
Okay, Mom, have you not
Yeah.
realized he is an older version of me?
Okay, bad, bad. You don't even realize. Bad.
Yeah. Now, what it is, Ricky, is you haven't lived here for long enough. She's forgotten.
That is true.
Oh,
That
She's
is
no,
she's.
no.
true.
Just think about what he just said, Jason.
Mhm. Oh, I'm well aware. That
It
means even
sounded odd.
that means even when I'm gone, you still get.
Look at him. Oh,
And
boy.
Trajan is developing my sense of humor.
Uh-oh.
Oh, 3 generations of fun.
Hmm.
Yes, I
He is
think.
very sarcastic.
Wasn't it Shire Ghost that said something about having his made a cast of it and it's
Oh
sticking up
no.
in the graveyard, so the women he'd been with could come and
Yeah, I
write him
think he
all they
was.
wanted. I think it was
Oh
him.
I
goodness.
like that.
Oh
I
my
like that,
god!
Todd. Well, well, well. Look who just walked up.
Right, right.
Ah,
Oh goodness.
Todd, I've known Todd about what 4 years, Todd, somewhere in
How
there.
did you get away with doing that, Doris? Never mind. I don't want to get you in trouble.
Well, no, some places let you do that.
it
Um,
just yeah, it depends.
all in actual, my son said something about burying me with my mom, and I said you have to check with the burial with them. He said I know, and
That's quite unsettling when your children are talking about where they're going to bury you.
Well,
I said nothing.
see, I yeah, now if your parents are only 30 years old, that's one thing. I honestly, I wouldn't, I would expect that in the not too distant future, we're going to have that discussion with Ricky and Nikki. So this is one of the funny things. Richard and Nick was shortened down to Ricky and Nikki. We didn't plan it that way. It just kind of worked that way. It's been funny. But somewhere in the not too distant future, Ricky and Nikki are going to have to sit down with us and have that conversation.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you'll start the conversation, not them.
No,
Oh,
no,
That's
I'm
God,
what.
no. We
I'm
wouldn't do
quite
that.
sure. I'm quite sure they have each, in their own time, in their own circumstances, started that
Oh,
conversation with
Nicholas
somebody
has
else.
already informed Jason and I that we're destined for a nursing home.
Mm, I have
Great.
an idea, Mom, for you.
Yeah.
I'll cremate you so you'll finally be warm for once. Then
Uh
I'll
huh.
and then I'll mix you in with a a 5 gallon um, thing of gasoline with 91%, and
Uh
I'll run you
huh.
through a Chevy Nova.
What the?
Uh
Well, let's hope it's a long time, Todd.
huh.
No, because that was one of her favorite cars.
Yeah, that
No.
was my
It,
favorite car. Was a Chevy
she
Nova.
needs a little headstone with that deer in cement.
Uh
Well, not the
Yeah,
actual deer, but
yeah, that could be done.
she
I
needs
don't
some
Or
really know what I
crematory.
want done with my ashes if I get
Jason wants
cremated.
to be donated.
I told
Yeah.
them that they could do either one they wanted. They could either cremate me or
Donated to history.
bury me.
Now I'm an organ donor, and God forbid, God only knows what's still going to be functional by the time my dilapidated ass falls apart.
You'll be
But
chasing
whatever,
the old ladies around with your walker.
yeah, whatever parts they need that they can use, whether it's for research or whether it's for trans
Transplants.
transplants. Thank you. I was going to say transmutation.
Yeah,
Um,
okay.
you're
yeah,
not a wizard, Harry.
they use that. The rest they'll cremate and
Well, I'm gonna
um,
give you a piece of advice about doing that. You better make sure that you get a reputable place that picks your body up, and they're a reputable company that's doing this because I'm gonna tell you, there's some frauds out there who do that, and
Hello.
they
but
use your body for other things. I'm just saying.
yeah, yeah, no, that's true. No, yeah, we
Hmm.
definitely have to
You got to
bring some.
really look into it.
Yep. So we
No,
definitely have
And
I
some things.
fully intend what I'm going to do, guys, when I pass away. When people are running a spirit box, I'm going to come over and say, "Where's the party?"
I have no doubt about that. And when I pass away, I'm gonna haunt some people. I know that.
yeah, right.
Yeah, well, I already told Jason
Okay.
if I pass before him,
I'll be right
I'm
back.
good. I
I'll
actually
stick my
had one of
head through
your
the wall when
lemonades
he's
and
laying
a
with
Dr.
his new
Pepper, so
girlfriend.
I'm good. Thank you, though.
Uh, okay, I gotta run this by you guys with you actually hearing it instead of seeing it and type.
Okay.
A couple nights ago, I was in the bathroom
Uh huh.
and I had a bathing suit on, and suddenly the straps on my bathing suit were pulled up and then down my arms.
Hmm.
Yeah, that wasn't the place. Um,
Yeah.
I saw nobody.
Well, nothing like getting a little Nicky from something you can't see.
That is different.
So,
That's somebody asked me if I've tried taking my K2 in the bathroom, and it's like,
Oh
no,
no.
Grr.
I don't want to know.
You
Well,
know, you have to change. That this is kind of paranormal. What I'm fixing to say. Of course, they've kind of been talking that way anyway. But have you had them dreams where like you think you're having sex, but you're really not, but you think you. It's so real that that you feel
yeah,
like it's happened. Well,
yeah.
that makes me wonder if it's
Yeah,
not
I know
somebody
where you're
who that
going.
you, yeah. And
Well,
they're doing that lately. I'm just saying.
one time I didn't have to wonder because I opened
And
my
y'all
eyes
know
and
who I'm
saw
talking
him.
about too.
And
Um,
Same
Richard's
person.
going, okay, bad visual. I don't need to think of my mom like that.
Mary,
But
I can't tell you the last time I had a dream like that was that realistic, that it had an
I I
effect.
live I live my dream with that.
Shut up.
well, it woke me up. It literally
You're
woke
still
me
you're
up
still
the other
young. Shut up.
morning. I'm like, I was like, and the, you know, I'm by myself, so I'm like, and then it dawned on me. I'm like, I know who's doing all that. Mhm.
So, on a side note,
Right,
um,
Todd? Right?
Loki is weighing in at a very chunky 6.5 pounds.
Oh, wow.
That's not that chunky.
Um, give Nicole a minute.
And by the way, guys,
He's chunky.
we have a
Yeah.
spirit here that doesn't know boundaries. You go into a bedroom or bathroom, and he opens up the door and lets himself in.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I, it's not him that did that to me the other night. I know that. I sure as hell am wondering who it is, though.
Is Nicole off tonight?
What do you mean off?
No, she's
Oh, that Nicole.
on
Sorry.
break. Are you
It
on
gets
15 or
confusing.
half?
Too many Nicoles.
Right? Dan Williams.
She's on a 30 if you want to talk to her real quick.
No, I was just thinking I might go live after this.
Oh. Oh, no, not yet.
I'd be with you.
Mom's saying that she's thinking about going live after this one goes off.
Yeah. And
Um,
we're about at the 2 hour mark, so we're going to wrap up here shortly.
But real quick, Nicole got news, what, a couple days ago now?
At least 3-4 days ago.
Three,
She's
4
pregnant.
days ago now. No.
The line turned blue.
No, we're not pregnant yet.
Whoa.
She sounded angry.
Wow. Dude,
Yeah.
you got some work to do there.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently I have some work to do now.
We're working on it.
Okay.
Jace
Damn.
is,
See what
Step
happened.
back from the grandparent thing.
No shit.
no, she got some good news from work.
Okay.
They've started doing, because of the COVID dying down a little bit, they've started introducing waves of bringing people back into the office.
Yeah.
Stat based. You know, if you're not doing well, then obviously you're going to be one of the ones
Yeah.
that gets sent back. She found out she wasn't in wave 1, so cool. You know, that extends it another couple months. And then
Yeah.
about a week goes by. Oh, by the way, you're not in wave 2 either,
Or 3.
or 3.
Or 4.
And it's
Nice.
like, okay, cool. That extends it out to the end of the year. And she found out 3 days ago, oh, by the way, you're in the top 30%. There's a better than 80% chance that you're just going to stay home permanently.
Cheers.
Oh, wow.
Sweet. Can't come.
So, and
Okay,
she gets,
We're
she
thankful
gets,
that it's dying down because my daughter got sent home from college the other night. That everybody did because 2 people tested positive.
mm,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's-
picking up around here again too.
It is here too. My son works at McDonald's in Mount Vernon, and it's went around there rampant through all the employees. He hasn't gotten it so far, thank God.
Yeah, they're
And,
back to
so-
being takeout only in Prairie.
Yeah, well,
Inwood.
school started up
Inwood.
this earlier this week, so it's going to
Mhm.
start all over again.
well,
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's not gonna start. It has started already.
It has started already.
Yeah, that's what
The-
I'm saying.
the thing with COVID, though, just my opinion, I have a feeling we're just going to be stuck with it, like the flu or cold or
Yep.
anything like that. It's
Yeah.
not going to go away.
Not anytime
know,
near soon. No.
The only thing that's going to change is the vaccinations. You know, how we deal with it. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be a permanent fixture, unfortunately.
Or for those that can be vaccinated, because I'm allergic to it.
Hmm.
Did you take a look at the other one like I was saying, Beth?
No,
Okay. Take a look at the one from Novavax.
but
As it was,
I don't know what part of it I'm allergic to. I was just told that I'm allergic. I can't have that.
Which means you're a high risk.
Yeah, it could kill me just getting the vaccination.
Yeah. No, but I mean, it would put you under the classification for COVID as a high risk.
Oh,
I'm not
It ain't
allergic, but I
yeah.
have an autoimmune disease, so
Virus for pneumonia.
that's
Because, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
that's all right. I didn't mean to interrupt you guys either. Say true.
But you realize, Beth, that if you let's say you get sick with COVID, okay,
And
You
I
go to the
have.
hospital.
It
You go
wasn't
to the
bad though.
hospital to get treated. What's the first thing they're going to try and do? They're going to try and vaccinate you.
Right.
Which in your instance could potentially kill you.
Right.
You know, that's what I mean by high risk. It's not, that it's going to kill you if you get it. It's if you get it and the doctors don't realize, or you're at that point where you can't really talk, then you know it's kind
And
of messed
I
up.
would hope that somebody would be smart enough to speak up and say, "Hey, she
Okay.
can't have that."
No, I'm not saying that that wouldn't be the case, but it's that little what if,
Yeah.
Oh
you know.
no.
That would be like me if I got bit by a rabid animal.
Nothing.
Have fun.
I will. Right, because you can't have the rabies vaccine.
No. It would kill me quicker than the actual rabies would.
Although, if you end up contracting rabies and foaming at the mouth, there are days where potentially it could be better than your mornings without coffee.
Mm.
Oh no.
Or
I,
cigarettes.
I won't argue that.
Throw in no cigarettes in there, and yeah.
It's frightening.
Yeah, it's just how we deal with life.
You know what? I feel bad for these people that, like me, that are allergic to it,
Yeah.
and they're losing their jobs because they have an allergy.
Yeah. Not only
Yeah.
that, they can't travel or anything.
Right.
Oh no.
They're being penalized.
Phone ahoy.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
No,
Who's got the
it's.
hiccups?
I do.
Really?
Sort of. They're gone.
Uh-huh.
She's afraid I was going to set this off.
Uh-huh.
That
No.
don't help.
Oh, yeah,
Hiccups.
it does. If you
No.
scare, yeah, it's a fact. If you scare somebody who's got the hiccups and you truly scare them, that can cure the hiccups.
No. That actually makes it worse with me.
Of course, well, I didn't say it worked with everybody. Of course, people at our age and above, it can also cause cardiac and arrest.
Yes.
I don't really want to get that phone call from you saying, "Oh yeah, I tried to cure your mom's hiccups with the air horn and she ended up
and,
croaking."
and hiccups are a
All right.
digestive issue,
That wouldn't be cool.
so scaring them doesn't do crap.
Well, no, but it might help cause crap,
Well, yeah.
If you're congested,
which could solve the digestive issue.
if you're constipated, sit on this.
I'm a big fan.
Oh no.
I'm a big fan of honey butter corn.
Oh God.
That'll fix it.
I can't
Oh,
count how
Lord.
many times I've had your honey butter corn and it's fucked me up.
But it's good.
Oh, so good.
Now,
It's one of those, you know what you're in for, but you still eat it anyway.
yep. Now here's the next one, Ricky. Is you take 2 big spoons of that and add it to chili.
Ooh.
I really want to
That
know
sounds bad.
who the hell was half undressing me the other night.
Hand check, not me.
I know
This-
it
this
wasn't
right here.
you. It was just the weirdest thing. And then the only not okay part was I was on the toilet. Come on. Give me some privacy.
Okay. Were you dreaming that you were on the toilet? Did you
No,
fall
I
asleep
really-
on the toilet?
No, I really was.
So you were awake on the toilet. Something
Yeah.
came in and started undressing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Huh.
Oh,
Oh,
I ain't gonna say what was happening to me because you can't put it on
William.
YouTube.
William and I are going to have a chat.
It's not William. I would know it. I have my ideas though. And Nicole and Dom got a really good laugh at my expense. Uh,
Uh huh. Yeesh. All right. Well, Mom, are you going to go live?
Yeah, probably in about 20 minutes or so.
Well, that's no good. Nicole will be back with work then.
Todd, I
I'll
don't believe that.
I'll I'll bring it up on her phone for her.
I have
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
say, eventually I was laughing though because Dom was turning red. And
Yeah.
I'm
Who's
telling
who's
it,
Dom?
Mm.
who's Dom?
Dom was there.
You know Dom,
Yeah.
13 Spirits.
Was he on? Never mind. He's not there. Is what I'm trying to say, right?
No, he's not here. He's gonna be though, but
Mm, okay.
When's he
Mm-mm.
yep.
coming to your place?
And just this month
Uh,
because he's going to that paranormal thing in Gettysburg and then coming down here
oh, okay.
because he's gonna be most of the trip here anyhow. You know,
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I thought the paranormal thing in Gettysburg was the end of October.
no September.
So when is it you guys were talking about coming here?
That was something else with Three Souls.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I was going to say because I can't take a week off at the end of September. I already took it off at the end of October.
No, Dom is coming here at the end of the month.
Okay.
So, Misty, you going live?
Yeah, in about a half an hour. Around
Okay.
10:30.
You, what?
Around 10:30 our time.
All right.
All right. Well, then what I'm going to do here is let's go ahead and wrap this up so I can make her some coffee
Drop your channel in chat, Misty, so everybody gets it.
and get her something to eat. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
please.
Yeah, I'm
And
working
for
it.
that matter, everybody else drop your channels, damn it. This is a growth channel, amongst other things.
uh, I can't from where I'm at.
I think everybody in chat's got mine.
Do you have Bess that you can drop it?
Uh,
Mary, or
I,
Because, like, Ava is at the other end of the house doing her college work because it's remote right
Well, I
now.
got yours.
And then Glenn was in the middle of the house with the TV going, but Nicole was also
I'll
scraping the
drop yours,
ceiling.
Misty. I got it
So
already.
I'm at the other end of
oh,
the house
okay.
all by myself away from my computer.
Here's Misty's, everybody. For anybody who ain't got her channel, she's going to go live in a little bit. Todd,
Yeah,
if you want it. You don't have to. I'm just saying if you want it.
I can't copy and paste
Whoever,
anything on the
whoever
laptop.
watches it. And I'll put mine in there, but I don't see any need, but I'll put it in there.
I'm going to go ahead and throw CJ's up because he was here earlier
Yeah.
and want to do a lot to support him.
Get yours in there too, Ricky.
I haven't been on in almost a month.
Mm.
Oh, I made another haul today at the dollar
My
store.
channel.
I got lots of stuff I can make now.
Oh, nice. Oh, and
Todd said,
I have
thank you for a
started
nice
selling
time.
my
Nice
dream
meeting you.
catchers.
Todd,
What?
Jason is the one that's Country Comfort. Misty is his wife. That's Susan. Beth, you already know.
Beth is
And
Beth.
then Richard is
Is that totally Todd you're talking
Misty's
to?
son, which is Susan. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
Todd.
Todd.
Yeah. That's Todd we know.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, he knows me more by Adventures with Beth, but
He can tell by your voice that it's you.
Or haunted knickers.
oh Lord.
Couldn't resist.
Uh huh.
Or Summer Breeze.
I would say he found you because I put you on Twitter.
You put me on Twitter. How?
No, I put Jason's channel on Twitter.
Oh, he found this channel because of Twitter.
Yes.
I'll say either that or we. There was some explaining to do. Okay, haunted knickers on Twitter. There's there's a story there somewhere.
Yeah, I think it
I think
definitely
she
was
has
on
been on
college
there.
water.
Let's see. Let's see. Haunted knickers on Twitter. Does that mean they'd be tweet?
No, it's haunted
You'd be
knickers on
just
twatter.
surprised what you see on Twitter.
And Mary keeps cutting me off.
Sorry.
It would be haunted knickers on twatter.
Twat.
My goodness.
Yeah, yeah. God
Well, I'm
save,
fixing to go on panel with Misty, so.
God save the Queen. All right, folks. Well, I'm going to wrap this up. Hey, listen, everybody, thank you for stopping by tonight. For those of you that hung all the way through, thank you. For those that popped in and popped back out, thank you. We appreciate you, each and every one of you. Please make sure you go through. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Hit that bell. Smash the like button down in Facebookie. Show folks that you had a good time in here. We know you got all kinds of places you could be on a Saturday night. We really just are very thankful that you'd come in and spend some time with us.
I do.
Again, we try and focus on positivity here, as you can see tonight. Even though we got a little morbid in the graveyard there for a bit. The explanation and the lead in for that is we are coming up on Halloween, so there's a segue there.
You
Yeah,
too,
there
Todd.
was a lot of Halloween stuff I picked up today.
That's going to be later because I got to find out what our team is doing for at work for Halloween this year. So there's lots of places you can go. You came here and you hung with us for a while. We thank you. We're always happy to see folks in here. New folks are phenomenal. Returning folks are phenomenal. We love everybody. Hopefully next weekend we'll have a live grilling demo. First time, and Daddy here will get to have steak again. It'll be nice. I'm not going to know what to do with myself. You want to talk about a messed
All
up
right.
digestive
Oh,
system?
Jason, just a
Yeah.
heads up.
Yes.
You are now at 60 subscribers.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Well, and here's the other one. It's ways off because we go low and slow here, but got to figure out what we're going to do when we hit 100. Um, I think once we hit 100, I'm going to order. Well, I'm going to go ahead and order them. But I got the Country Comfort aprons. I think I'm going to order another set, and I think we'll do a giveaway at 75, and then we'll do another giveaway at 100 with some spices, some recipes, and some aprons. So there we go.
I have, I have a question real quick. Are you putting your tags in?
Yeah.
I am now that I understand about tags. So
You mean that sheriff didn't tell you about the tags? Okay. I don't even want to go there. Let's just not even go there.
If I win an apron, can you send it to Doris? She needs it for spaghetti.
sure,
Right?
we can do that.
Oh,
And
my.
ladies and germs, for those of you worried about making a mess with spaghetti, my aprons do come with an adjustable neck ring, so you can choke them all up so that they're like a bib. There you go.
There you go.
So, all right, boys and girls, ladies and gents, dudes and dudettes, thank you for being here. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next Saturday. Somewhere between now and then, we're going to do a release on smoked sausages and cabbage. I know I've been talking about it. I didn't do it
My
this week. My
favorite.
bad. I will get it this week for you guys. Y'all have a wonderful evening. You have a great weekend. You have a fantastic holiday weekend, and we will see you next week.
See you over at Misty's.